like we're finally live. Weekly analysis coming at you. Can hear the dogs barking. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So what we have here today is going to be the weekly breakdown. This is what I'm looking for this week on my favorite pairs. My favorite pairs, which is the NAS100, the US30, S&P500, along with cable and fiber, gold, and then the Swizzy. What I want to start doing here is basically giving you a daily breakdown of trades I'm looking to take, trades that I'm taking, setups that, I'm hoping pan out through the weeks. And I kind of want to use it to get a view of my own psychology as I look at the markets, as I continue to grow. I'm still a developing trader, and my aim is to get better every day. So I'm hoping to create a community of some like-minded individuals who are interested in getting better at just investing, getting better at life, becoming a better version of yourself every day. So without further ado, go ahead and get into the charts. All right, see what we got up first. Alrighty, so I'm going to start off with GBP USD, also known as the cable. And just to let you know, I've been doing a lot of studying, trying to get better. And if you've seen some of the videos I was doing before on this channel, it was in regards to binary options. And since that time, I've gained more knowledge for myself. I've dig deeper into this world, and now my goal is just to get better at doing it. So I want to take you through my mindset when I'm breaking down some of these charts, what I'm looking for, what I'm hoping to find. And I like to take things from a very, very broad view, starting off on the monthly chart. As you can see, I'm going to be using straight price action. I'm going to drop some key zones on the chart. These are zones that I'm just looking for to see what happens when it gets to those points. Okay. So, for instance, here we see that we got a key zone that I'm interested in. Down low here we have another key zone. Alright, this is the key zone down here. And I just want to gauge price and see which way is it more likely to go. Simple and plain. Okay, just using raw price action, man. Raw price action. So when I'm marking up my monthly zones, I like to go ahead and put a red line on it just to differentiate what I'm looking at when I get into smaller time frames, but I start from a real broad view, as you see here. So what I want to do next is go ahead and jump into my weekly chart, kind of gauge it, see what it's doing. Where does it look like price is reaching for? Where is it left from? And where is it possibly going? So you see, as we jump into the weekly candles now, you can see a little more price action happening at, say, this point right here. I would consider this a key zone that I'm interested in. Since this is on the weekly chart, I'm going to go ahead and switch this color to green and use green to mark up my weekly key zones. And once again, what I want to do is we just want to see what price does when it gets to these zones. I know for a lot of people, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not, but I just kind of want to gauge myself, and you guys get to watch me as I'm doing it. So if we just look at this here, we could see that price ran down very deep here, came back up, but was unable to break this zone right here. Clearly rejected, and it seems to have caught another support right in this zone that you see price has been banging off a lot. So it just banged off of this zone, made an upward push, and it seemed to hit another zone. So what I try to do, as I'm getting better now, is find out which way is price going right now and see if I can trade in the direction of the way that price is going. I know it sounds like common sense, at least in my mind, but this is what I'm trying to do. This is why I'm breaking down the chart and looking at it the way I am. So now we got a weekly zone. We see we got a, as you can see, I'm sorry if you see my candles, I got the yellow and blue. Yellow for the rising sun, blue for the waters underneath, the fermentation. I'm from the Caribbean, in case you didn't pick up on my accent, so that's why you see me with representations as such. But jumping back into it, we just had a clear rejection here off of this red zone, which is a monthly zone. Okay, we know that that's a strong monthly zone, and price broke through it and came back. So we can look at this and we can almost say that during this week, possibly, we're gonna get a move, something like, let's see if I could, hit this zone. It looks like it's a retest after breaking the zone, and I want to say that it's gonna continue making its way down here. Okay, not saying that that is what's going to happen. That's just something that I'm looking at to say possibly, maybe. Okay, possibly, maybe heading down here. And if it is heading down, then throughout this week there should be a plethora of opportunities to get in line with the market. Okay, so that's what it looks like is happening from the weekly zone here. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to dive deeper. Yes, deeper. This is a weekly chart that we're on. How do I erase this? Okay, trading view. Okay, let's get rid of that. I'm normally trading right off of MT4, but what I might do while I have these live trading going is I might take some paper trades and let you guys see what happens. I'm a developing trader. There's no shame in my game. I'm not afraid of losing, and I'm here to learn. So yeah, back to this weekly chart. Let's drop into a daily, get a closer look at price action here. Okay, so we can see that, take a broader look here, just kind of, I'm sorry if this is in the way. Okay, so let's take a look here. So what I want to do here is kind of just take a closer look at what is price doing at this point, like at these points. Okay, where is price headed? Coming off of a strong monthly zone, just coming away from this upper zone. Where did it run out these highs? No, it did not. Just kind of flopped over. I'm looking at market structure now. We can see that market structure broke on the downside and then broke on the upside. All right, so in certain cases, for me as a developing trade, I need to see more price action before I can see where we're going this week. But as I mentioned before, we look at the higher time frame. This is why I always like to keep the higher time frame in mind. You can see that this weekly chart, we can get back out to it. I don't think I need to have this open. Let's see if it's going to let me load the weekly. Okay, reload. I'm sorry, guys. GBP USD. Alright. Yeah, I got you. Let me put this thing back on here. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, so for the most part, I'm gonna keep it real. Sometimes I just need more price action to tell me what's gonna happen before I make a decision on where I'm going. Right now, you can see that price kind of digged in. You know, this would have been what I would like Street Smarts, Naked Forex, different books that I've been learning from. Is this was kind of a liquidity pool down here that was hit. Price then you see skated off, took out the tops, and then it rejected again at this monthly zone. Alright, so I'm thinking it may head back down again, but I'm going to need more price action before I make that decision. I don't trade on the Monday London session. I begin on the Tuesday London session. So that's when you'll see me go live again. I'm trying to go live every time I'm in the market, and I'm going to plan out some of my moves on the live so I can look at what I'm thinking as I go back over my psychology taking these trades. So once again, it's going to be a benefit to you who's watching as I'm learning and getting better every day. So this is as far as I'm going to go on cable. I'm not going to go any deeper than a daily chart because it's just going to get too hectic. And we need more price action to really tell where we're going to be headed today. Okay? Or tomorrow, depending on your time zone. So what I want to do from here is, so like I said, I'm thinking it's going down, but I want to wait and see what price action does in this area. This is the zone that I'm going to be keeping my eye on price, right about this zone right here. I want to see what it does when it gets here. It may get here tonight. It may get here in the New York session. I will be watching price on the New York session. I'm probably not going to take any trades, but I will be seeing to help me to come to a conclusion on where cable might be going for this coming week. Okay? So that's my mindset there. I'm not going to go any deeper than that. All right? I'm going to go a little deeper when I'm actually taking the trades. How about that? All right? So let's take a look here. Euro USD, also known as the fiber. Once again, I start with my monthly zones. I just kind of want to see where you can see, like in this area where price is just like equal, these equal little highs where you can see, you know, like this is just a zone of interest. If price gets there, I want to take a look at it. I'm not saying that it's gonna do this or it's gonna do that. We just consider these key levels that we're looking at to see how we can get in line with the market as it approaches these zones. So we're going to use red for the monthly zone. Okay, let's take a look below. Okay, once again, this is a monthly chart. So I consider this whole zone here a zone of interest. Okay, this entire zone is of interest to me. Okay, I want to see what happens at that point. All right, that's how I'm looking at the price action. This here, this is another zone that I'm interested. Not saying that it gets to the zone and price does. Excuse me. When it gets to these zones. Now, interesting enough, because the euro and the fiber, they tend to follow each other. They tend to go in the same direction. They're correlated. So it's interesting to see that for this euro pair, you know, I kind of imagine that perhaps a small move down before heading up to this zone. Okay, just something that I have in mind. I'm saying that is what's going to happen. I also want to keep an eye here. I don't need to go too far above and below where price is. Price is here. So these are the areas that I'm interested in at the moment, at the immediate moment. All right. This is another zone where you can see it clearly rejected at. Clear rejections here. Okay, so this zone is kind of what I'm looking at. All right. So I want to see what happens. Does it want to go up further and clear these highs? Get that the liquidity out of the market, as they say? Or is it more inclined to move lower and to this pool that will be below the market? Okay, so once again, I would need more. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on a monthly chart, guys. I'm tripping. Let's jump into the weekly. All right, let's look at this weekly price action. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we had. Okay. I'm thinking as I'm looking, guys. Don't mind me. I'm thinking as I'm looking. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wick off. Not wick off, but I'm gonna consider this another key zone. Why? Because you can see that price rejected here, and we also had a prior rejection over here as well. Price took off. Okay, we know that we're coming from down below. A lot of action down here right at about this point. Yeah. You ask why? Once again, we have strong rejection. We got strong rejection right here. And so at this point, we're looking at price. We see that price just came from this monthly zone where it rejected, headed down, rejected off of this weekly zone. Now, is it inclined to break through that weekly zone and head down here, or are we going to attack those highs? So that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see this week as I'm watching price, as I take a look at new data as it comes in. That's the way I'm doing it right now. Okay, I'm sure I'm going to get better with time, but this is what I'm looking at this moment. Jump into a daily. Alright, so now looking at the daily here, right? Looking at the immediate price action that we've recently experienced. And what I see at this level, of course, is a lot of rejection at around this zone here. Okay, and this is a daily zone. We're gonna put the daily zone in blue. So this is a daily zone I'm interested in. Okay, see, price kind of consolidates at the top of the market here, makes a run down, then rejects, and I'm thinking this might have been a retest of this consolidation. And if that is, I'm looking for price to run down here to about this point. Okay. So now, with that being said, because you can see market structure has been broken, we've created a lower low, lower high. Okay. So we're expecting that to go down and make another lower low. Could it just decide that I want to go back up? Sure. But based on the market structure, that's what we're looking at right now. Price created a lower low, lower high. We're thinking it's going to go lower low back into this support zone that I see here. All right. So that's what we're thinking. That's what I got on my chart here for Euro USD, for those that might be interested in or wondering, well, what's it going to do this week? Well, here we go. This is what you got. All right. I'm thinking down to about this point right here. Okay. So I'm thinking down to about that point right there. And then what? I don't know. Probably make another retest and then head down again, perhaps. You know. Once again, it can always just say, screw you guys, I'm going up. Okay. It can happen. That's why we wait and let price tell us what it wants to do. Okay. I'm not gonna come in these markets thinking I know what's gonna happen. Okay. So we go down, we bounce, do another retest, we head down. Or screw you guys, I'm going up here. I want to get these orders that are above the market. Okay. And this previous little tap, you know, that did it hit it? It kind of did already tap into that zone. I'm thinking it's going down, guys. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so over here, once again, we got that break here, but then this here, this is the only thing that's kind of suspect. But Euro price action is way cleaner, way cleaner. Okay, so once again, I'm not going to go any further than the daily. I'm just going to jump into my next pair. That's going to be the USD CHF. All right, just clean this baby up. No drawings. By the way, let me just check the stream. Should have a all right. I don't know if it disconnected or it kept going, but hey, I'm gonna keep going. USD CHF. We're gonna do the same thing here. Monthly chart. Okay, it just looks like one big old consolidation. So what I'm gonna do is mark up this zone here below the market. No worrying about the wick at this moment, but the wick is there. You see the wick. Be the wick. Let's back this out. This is above the consolidation. One big large. This is on a monthly chart. Okay, let's keep that in mind. This is on a monthly chart. Okay. If it was another zone I wanted to kind of keep my eye on this monthly chart, it would be here. Okay. Okay, so just looking at it and thinking, I'm sorry. I guess I should be telling you guys what I'm thinking, but I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, like, the liquidity below here was just ran out. Prepare for some bullish action is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking since it already ran out, these lows, all of these lows, even below here, these lows were all ran out here, unless it's gonna go down here into the wick. I'm thinking we're gonna have an up week on US CHF, which oh, I'm sorry, this is the monthly chart, tripping. But yeah, we're gonna kind of reach towards this, you know, upper direction is what I'm thinking here after running out those highs. Could I be wrong? Of course. Let's jump into a weekly chart. And these are the charts I'm gonna like actually be using this week. As you see me go through the lives, you'll see me reference these same charts. I'm just walking you through me setting up the chart. Just lovely boring work. Alright guys, you think you're gonna come in here and just buy them. No, you gotta put the work in, buddy. Gotta put the work in, buddy. See, now looking at this chart here from this angle, this is very interesting here. It gets very interesting here. Okay. Why does it get very interesting? It gets interesting because it popped the top, and then take a look at this real bullish candle here. Just bam out of there, you know, bam out of there. So bullish. So could it just be heading here? This is another location where we can see that it could possibly be retesting and heading down. Okay, because if you really look at the market structure here, you take a good look at it, it almost kind of looks like the Euro USD on this. This is a weekly, that's a daily stuff. Tripping. Pardon me, guys. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need more information before I can figure out what this baby is gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna need more information. I'm just looking at the price action once again. No indicators, none of that. Just where is it going, baby, and how can I get in line with it? Yeah, daily chart. We vibing. So what I'll probably do is, if you like these markups, drop a like. And I'll probably drop these in either the Telegram group or I'll drop it inside of the Discord. Not 100% sure how all of this is going to work yet. Just kind of testing the waters, you know. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so we can see prices breaking on the upside. See, this almost looks like you see prices breaking on the upside on GBP. Broke those highs. Alright, this is a daily chart. Let's just drop. I'm gonna drop this here. On the daily, we're gonna use the blue once again. Okay, so once again, red is monthly, green is weekly, blue is daily. So this is a strong zone right here with a weekly. Yeah, and as you can see, you can look at that bam and bam. So that's going to be a zone that you can see it clearly rejected off. That in there in itself is a trade. All right, that's an awesome trade if you're a swing trader. You know, you could have seen that this is strong rejection. Well, it's a strong down movement, and more than likely price would have some kind of response to that area. Okay, so now the question is, where is this baby going? We don't know quite yet. We have to wait for more data to see where is price attempting to push to. Let me jump back out to the weekly one more time and just have a look at where has it been and where is it exiting off to. So it's just cleared out this small liquidity pool here. This liquidity pool, it's dived in. Okay, it's already cleared that. Unless it's heading down here, my thoughts are it's headed up. All right, that's why I always like to look at the the big perspectives. Okay, so the next move, I'm thinking this is gonna make, is probably gonna clear this top, that top. Could I be wrong? Of course. Okay. Normally, this pair moves opposite to GBP and Euro USD, whereas this one is clearly broken for the lower. This has ran out this pool and it's probably now headed up. Could I be wrong? Of course. But we'll wait, get more price action, and then we'll make our decision from there. So those are the three currency pairs that I choose to watch on a daily basis. I use those three because I can find good setups on a daily and weekly basis. I can get into a 5-minute chart and I can get in line with price. But you know, I start here. This is what I want to get a look at when I'm starting my week, and that's why I started here. Okay, guys? So those are the currency pairs. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to jump into some of the big boy Dow Jones. The Dow Jones, that dirty 30. Jump into that dirty 30 and see what's popping. Alright, so once again, I'm start off on the monthly level. Okay, everyone know what's been going on here. Okay, let me just remove all this stuff off the chart. Remove drawings. Okay, so here we got the coronavirus drop March. Okay, making our way back up, and as you can see, we've just arrived back at the top where it rejected off for the coronavirus pandemic crisis. So we're back here again. It came here, it attempted to make new highs and rejected. It never got to make those new highs. I was actually in the market during this drop. And everyone was panicking like, oh no, the market's gonna crash. Maybe it will, maybe it will. But right now we gotta see what's happening today, baby. So once again, red zones for monthly zones. We got red zones. Okay. We know price may become a magnet to these zones. Also, when it gets to these zones, you can see price action get really, what word should I use? It will kind of give you a good idea of where it wants to go next. Put it like that, whether it's going to continue going through that zone or if it's going to reject from that zone. Of course, dealing with like the Dow Jones, the US30, the Nasdaq, and the S&P, always keep in mind that over the long term, these indices will produce, and for most people, it's probably best to just be a position trader if you have large funds and you just want to put it to work. But if you're just trying to learn how to day trade the stock market, then I would suggest you get educated before putting any live funds to use, and go ahead and jump in a demo account. Look at my setups that I'm putting on here and see if anything makes sense to you, if you can see yourself getting in line with the market. You know, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, how they should do it, or when they should do it, because I think you have to be certified. You have to get some kind of certifications to do that. And I'm just a guy showing you how I'm investing this week. Okay, I will be investing this week, and this is what I'm looking for in the markets that I choose to trade. Okay, cool. So yeah, monthly levels we got here. This is the absolute high right here. I definitely want to get that. As you can see, it came down in here. Okay, we got a lot of wicks in here. I got this body candle. Hit here. Powerful rejection off of this point. Makes a move up. And that's where we're at right now. So the question is, what date is it this month? It's today's date is October 18th. Got another like week and a half or so. And we want to see if it's going to continue going up and try and make some new highs. Is it going to consolidate, or will we see another major rejection from this point? Okay, those are the questions we want answered. So those are our monthly zones. Let's jump into the weekly, have a look at it. All right, so this is the weekly chart. You can see that we just took off from this zone right here. Okay, bam, we were out of there. Okay. Green candle. Bam. Okay. What we got here? A lot of rejections right here. That's a key zone. So you can see it's just kind of sitting in the middle here from these points. This was a monthly zone in the red. Take a look at that again. Yeah, it just got up here. All right. Yeah, this is what making decisions is all about. You're like, oh, I want to trade. Yeah, it's a fun time. Okay, come on and have a fun time. So if I was to tighten up this red zone, I want you to look at what the price action does right at this point. You see that? Clear rejection, clear support. Okay. But now it's at this zone, which is, if we go to the monthly, okay, so it just cleared these highs. You see all of these, it respected this zone right here, and it just recently cleared that zone and closed above it. Well, this month is not closed, so we don't know if it's going to close above it. I'm sorry. Now let's jump into a weekly chart and see what price is doing right now. Okay, so we got consolidation. Nothing's going to start happening until we hit the New York session tomorrow, but I'm believing that price may remain bullish. If it comes down, I believe it's going to come down to this green zone and then continue its move up, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for perhaps a small move down into this area, okay, and then keep moving back up. That's what I'm thinking this week on US30. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys excuse me, it's my first one. So this week's candle may be a down candle. This week's candle from here down to that green zone. That's nothing set in stone. That's just what I'm looking at, okay? It's just what I'm looking at, and we're gonna let price tell us if it happens or not. Now let's jump to a daily. Let's jump to a daily here. Okay. So now with this being said, taking a look at the way this rejected, headed up, and then you could see now looking at the daily, it looks a lot different, doesn't it? Because you see that price went down. If you're not familiar with how to read candlesticks, I'm going to break it down for you right now, at least what these two candles are telling you. If you want to learn more about it, I suggest the Candlestick Bible. That one there will tell you a lot about what these different candles mean. I like reading price action and seeing what the candles are telling me, but at the end of the day, I just want to see where it's going and how I can get in line with the market as it's moving. Easier said than done, right? So price moved down into this area, rejected, right? And then on Friday, I believe that's, I believe that's Friday, because today is the 19th, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, so this is in the future. But in any case, this looks like Friday the 16th. It made a move up and then clearly rejected, okay, leaving us these very indecisive candles showing that it doesn't want to go down and it doesn't want to go up at this moment. So what's it gonna do next? The world will find out this week. Okay, after the two indecisive candles down, doesn't want to go down, up, doesn't want to go up. The momentum was headed down, but I can get into a 4-hour here and kind of just look at the price action, but I'm going to wait until the New York session. I'll be live then again. And we can see what we think is going to happen as we move into that session in the morning. I'll try to do a live in the morning and see if we can take a look at it. Let's jump into S&P 500. S&P 500. Let me see if I can get the US 500. Yeah, I like it better. See, get better price action. Look at this one here. So what we got here, something very similar to the Dow. Let's start off with the monthly first of all. All right, have a sip of water. Okay, so you see up with the S&P 500, whereas with the Dow Jones, it was. Let me jump back into the monthly chart so you can see what I'm talking about. On a very high level here, it was unable to make a new high. Okay, you see the Dow unable to make a new high. S&P clearly makes a new high. Not only makes a new high, retests the old high, which is this right here. So this here, my friends, I do believe that the S&P 500 is off to the races this week. Yeah, I think it's probably gonna go up, but you know, we got elections coming up. We got a lot going on. It's gonna be a lot of wild rifts. Okay, so protect your money as we're going through these unsure times. Okay, because at this point we just have candles going painting up, painting down, painting up, and is it going to keep going up is the question that we have here. Is it going to go ahead and clear the highs from September? As you can see, it made an attempt and then it rejected. So now it's here, but we're still in this month. It can still head up as well as it can still head down. Okay, it heads down. We know that we did have okay, so it heads down. I would look at this area here if it heads down. Okay, of course, if it heads up, we're looking for it to clear this top here and create a new high, a new all-time high. Okay, that's what we're waiting. We're gonna see there. Let's jump to a weekly. Okay, very similar price action to the Dow. You see it dips into this zone here, moves up, rejects once again, and see, like you see, I got the all-time high here, but I also want to take note of these highs because you can see they're very equal in nature, which tells me price is really respecting that area. So therefore, if price moves back into that area, which it probably will in the morning, I want to see if it's able to. No, it's not going to do that in the morning. I'm sorry, but it may do that this week. And if it does, we want to see if it can break through this resistance, or is this going to be a failed swing higher, which will make it a lower high, which means we could be headed down. Okay. If we get this a little tighter, we can see right here, got those highs. It'll clear those bottoms, and right in here will be a zone I would be very interested in taking a look at price action and seeing what it's doing. If it does come down to this point, I would look at being a longer term buyer if price action does what I would like it to do to get in line with the market. Okay, but as of now, we're up here, so we're waiting to see if it could just go and hit a new high. But as of now, it has not hit a new high, which means it's in danger of creating a lower high and then heading down. So this week is crucial for the S&P 500 and seeing what's going to be the bird. Okay, and something very similar to the Dow. You see we have the rejection from the downside and the rejection from the upside. Okay. So this rejection could have clearly been a break in market structure right here on, say, the 4-hour, a retest, and it's headed down. That's possible. It's very possible for this week. Doesn't mean it's going to the crapper. It doesn't mean it's going to go down here and create that new lower low that I was talking about. But at this point, it does appear that we had a rejection in the last candle coming down, and it may continue its way down. Even if just at this area here. This is the area that's on the watch from me. Yes, I am looking to take a part in the movement if it does come down to this area. Okay, and this is a daily. You know, dailies I'm gonna mark out in blue. Alright. I'm sorry. Yeah, blue. Okay. Yep. This zone here, I want to take a look at that. Keep my eye on that zone. This zone, yes. Interested in seeing what happens around this zone here. And if you're wondering why I'm putting this here, it's like I want to watch this entire price action in this zone right here. So if I was to use my box tool, it would be like this. What are you gonna do if you come here, buddy? Alright. Remember, I had a friend change up my background. Thank you. Yes. Area of interest. What I shot it down to there. Let's see how price looks in the morning. Let me take a look at the Dow again. What's the daily chart on the Dow say? Interesting. It's very interesting. And let's look at the Nazi. Nazi, baby. I made so much money on the Nazi, man. I love the Nazi, be real with you, but it gets wild, man. It gets wild. So, alright, let's do this. You see the Nazi is just out of here. Like, look at this. Look at this. This right here is actually what worries me. But hey, let's see what happens with America and these elections. That's what I'm eyeballing. So let's see here. We got the very high here. Put that there. Then we got these equal little points here where it clearly just rejected off. So if you could almost see this, it's almost like bam, go up. Still doesn't want to hit higher. Man, I don't want to see this fall, because if it falls here, you know, this is the support zone that's below. That's the first sign of support. And I think this is what has a lot of investors worried right now, because they're like, look at these 4 months. These 3 months were incredible. A lot of profits made. But now it's kind of like, okay, what's it going to do? If it was to keep going up, it would still be such a, you know, incredible run that I always say to myself, what goes up must come down. So you can see on all of these, just looking at the weekly, as far as the indices are going, they have all failed to make, so far, they have failed to make higher highs. So that's what we're keeping our eye on this week. Weekly levels in green. I wanna eyeball this area here. See what it does, because it may come down. If it comes all the way down, gee, yeah. So either this is the run up and it's just gonna go up and hit a new high, perhaps this week, or it's gonna go down this week. It has to go away, or it could consolidate. But we'll see what happens this week. All right, so these are what I'm looking for. I'm going to go ahead and do a bonus chart here. I'm going to go ahead and do gold. I don't normally trade gold. I would like to trade it in the future, but as of now, I'm not trading gold. But I still like to follow it, see where it's headed. Look at some of the correlations. So right here, you see me, I'm just putting drop of blue for daily. Okay. I want to see what happens if it heads here. It could hit this and head up. Hit this and head up. It's the daily blue. This is the main one that's kind of suspect out of the others. This may, we have to wait and see what's gonna happen, man. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I know or can even guess what's gonna happen. So I'll look at the New York session when we get in the morning. I'm gonna try to do the live at the London sessions, at the New York sessions, and then I'll do weekly analysis on Saturdays and Sundays. I haven't come up with a schedule list yet, but as the channel grows, I'll try to get better at doing this for you guys. Once again, let me just do one more. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out gold. See what we get. Ever since that run up to 2,000 gold, to me, it's just become very, very manipulated. I just don't want to trade too many pairs, I guess. I'm not making any excuses. I'm just saying that it just looks like so much manipulation going on this chart. So right here, boom, off a rep, you can see that zone is just jumping out at me. Okay, zone is just jumping out at me. Look at this at the top here. We got these almost, we can equalize here. And this is the very top right there. Another zone here. In case of a drop this week, if it drops in here, potential buys. Maybe the buys already happened up here. But from the looks of it, it went up this month and then rejected. So let's see what happens this week. Let's jump into a weekly chart. All right, here you can see price is clearly broken on the downside. All right, just recently cleared out this small pool of liquidity right here. Right there. You see we got those equal lows right there. Very, very nice price action delivery. You can see above here, if you take a look, very clean price action. It refused to break this level, and once again refused to break this level. Very clean price action in there. Gold moves pretty clean, man. I may go ahead and jump in. You feel me? Alright, so let's jump into the daily. See what we got now. Price is clearly moving to the down, but now it's trying to break. It's trying to break back up. Okay. This zone right here, yeah. Okay. Okay, so if this candle here's what I'm saying. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. I'm thinking possibly higher high here. into that zone. I would like to go into a 4-hour chart here and kind of see is market structure broken on the downside. If you go into the 4-hour, this is the only one I'm going to take a peek into the 4-hour for you guys. Just okay, so price action is still holding up even on the 4-hour. It shows no sign of this being any kind of bearish movement because they just recently cleared another high right here. It's at this point I'm thinking it's probably going to make another move up. Alright, that's what I'm thinking for gold. And with that being said, that's going to be my weekly analysis. I hope I haven't bored you people too much. It's just your friend from the Bahamas. Wave Profit coming at you. Giving you my weekly breakdown for my favorite pairs. We did cable today. We did fiber today. We did the Swizzy. We did the Dow Jones. We did the S&P500. We did the NAS100, NAS100. And we did gold. So these are the pairs that I'll be looking at this week, and these are the markups that I will be looking at this week to see what price does when it gets to these zones that I've drawn out here. I will try to do a live when I come in for the New York session tomorrow, as well as when I do the London sessions. And I'll possibly even take a few paper trades using TradingView so you guys can see me trading live. So once again, this is just kind of a self-analysis journey for me to take a look at how I'm breaking down the charts and how I'm developing as a trader and trying to get better and better as time goes on. If you look inside the description, you'll see a few links. If you're not interested in learning how to trade on your own and you just want to invest money and have a robot go ahead and make that money for you, you can check out the Crypto Profit bot that we have in there, brought to you by BinBot. We also got my personal Telegram group where I'll drop some of these charts and what I'm looking at this week. We also got the Discord where you guys can jump in and actually have discussions, and we can possibly talk about some moves that we're looking at, where we're looking for price to go. And if you're looking for an income stream online, I also have a link to one of my other businesses where I do promotions on social media, and it'll talk a little bit about what I do to make money online apart from investing. I do truly believe that you have to learn how to make the money, then learn how to invest the money if you want to keep the money. So this has been Wave Profit. This has been, I hope, a fruitful weekly analysis. This is my first one. I hope that I can get better with time and serve you guys better. For those that may be watching this after the live, I wish you the best. I wish you all the power, all the love, all the success. Okay? Y'all have a great day, and thank you once again for tuning in. Blessings, blessings, blessings.